Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that
What's the deal, baby? You already know. Big Boss Hog, Boss Dog, K-Po through the dope. To the top to the box. What's good with you? Boy, taking care of some business, man. Yeah, see, I got this new phone. Camera crispy, man. For real. But before I get in my soliloquy, remember, tough times don't last. Good people do it not for sure. Call them in a half hotline, maybe you matter. Nah. Been a lot of y'all bud buddies that been trying to come to Boss channel with all that plexing and hating, and you know, you get butt hurt that I'm cooking, you know what I'm saying, and I'm spitting with the boxing knowledge. So y'all try to hate on my channel. Oh, Boss, man, you built your channel, you know, off of you know, one fighter. That's how you built your channel. You know, you only talk about one fighter. Cap. I talk about many fighters. Actually, my channel was built off Canelo, to keep it 1,000. When I first started my channel, if you go back and look down the archives, well, I've been on YouTube a couple of years. One of my most viewed videos is a video by Canelo. My second most video, right? And that video by Canelo, it's like 20,000 views. My second was Gervonta Tank Davis. It's like maybe 12,000. You know what I'm saying? So those are the fighters that got people to come to my channel, right? Okay? That's what it is. So then I started talking about Errol. Then I started talking about Terrence. Then I started talking about Boots. Then I talked about Mikey, Kell Brook. I talk boxing, right? I talk boxing. That's why I can sit here and talk about certain things y'all don't know about. So when I hear somebody say, oh, your channel is built off of one fighter, which I already know who they're talking about. They're talking about Errol Spence, right? My channel ain't built off of that, right? If my channel was built off one fighter, right? And my channel was, you know, if I'm pro one fighter, why when I get my fight breakdowns, I always get both ways for both fighters to win? I always talk about the good attributes of both fighters. Why is that? Right? Compared to the channels y'all watch, right? You got YouTube channels out there that got Terrence Crawford as their default name. Stop playing with me, bro. So I don't want to hear none of that foolishness, right? I told y'all, you come over here with that foolishness, you come over here, you die over here. That's just what it is. I ain't no other way to slice it or dice it, right? Now I gotta articulate myself when I say that because, you know, YouTube takes this stuff literally. So what I mean is this, when I say that, when I make that statement, I mean that you come over here trying to cook, I'm gonna cook you with facts. That's just what it is, right? Ain't no leaving and coming and going nowhere. If you come over here, that's it. You getting executed, terminated, bombed up and depleted, body bag and toe tagged on Boss channel when you come in the comment section talking foolishness. You better have your ducks in a row. Had a dude try to tell me that, oh, Terrence Crawford, he's been trying to fight Errol Spence for 5 years. Cool, right? So you say he been trying to fight Errol Spence for 5 years. Tell me this, right? His contract ended, right? In the midst of those 5 years, his contract ended with Top Rank. Why didn't he sign PBC? Right? Now, granted, I said this. I also said this, right? I said PBC had all the top fighters. Some of y'all said that PBC didn't have top fighters. Okay, cool. What's one thing Terrence Crawford values? Belts. Who had all the belts? PBC. So PBC had all the belts, right? And Terrence Crawford, when he fought on Top Rank, he wouldn't fight no top fighters, right? He wasn't fighting them. He want belts, right? So he don't care who he fight, as long as they got belts. So PBC had all the belts. He had one belt. PBC had all the belts. Why didn't he go over there, sign with them, and get these belts? Don't worry, I'll wait. I've been waiting for somebody to answer that question. Nobody can answer that question. So yet again, like I say, actions speak louder than words. I don't give a damn what somebody's saying, okay? All that talking mean nothing. I keep telling y'all this, man. I'm from the era where if you talking, you scared. It's all about action over here. Your actions gonna tell me everything. A dude can sit there and say he a soldier, he a murderer and all that. But when stuff hit the fan and he running down the street with his tail between his legs, that let me know everything I need to know about him. Some dudes can talk that talk, right? but can't walk that walk. Unfortunately, Terrence Crawford can talk the talk and walk the walk. Gotta give him his credit. But I'm not finna sit there and just say, oh yeah, man, he been wanting to fight these dudes. He ain't did. His contract ran out twice. He knew where the smoke was at. He didn't go over there. He stayed where he was at. So I'm not trying to hear that stuff. If I want to fight somebody so bad, I'm so determined, and I really want these fights, I'm going to go over there, bro. Hey, Bob, I'm on a business trip. I'm finna go over here, and I'm finna take all their belts. Then I'm going to come back. That's it. He didn't want to do that. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew the chance of him keeping that belt, fighting all them type of fights, was 50-50. I'm going to sit here and say this. It was 50-50. It wasn't a guarantee that he'll go over there and beat Sean Porter, that was the WBC champion at that time. It wasn't a guarantee. It wasn't a guarantee that he was going to go over there and beat a Kell Brook. It wasn't a guarantee that he was going to go over there and beat a Keith Thurman or a Danny Garcia. It wasn't a guarantee. Like I said, it's boxing. With the skill set that Terrence Crawford has, I gave it a 50-50 chance. Those are 50-50 fights. Right? That's what it is. The weakest champion out of the bunch, out of all those champions who had belts at that time, I would have to say, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. Maybe Danny. Maybe. Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? But you had Errol, who they was avoiding. Right? You had Errol Spence, who they was like, he got to prove himself. Remember that. You had Kell Brook, big welterweight, can also switch, was strong. Right? I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, Terrence stop Kell Brook. I ain't talking about that Kell Brook. I'm talking about the Kell Brook that fought Errol. That version of Kell Brook. Not the bombed up and depleted Kell Brook. The one that was, mentally. I'm talking about Kell Brook when Kell Brook was Kell Brook. Sean Porter. I'm talking about Sean Porter when he was Sean Porter. Right? But these are things that I'm talking about, man. My channel was built on boxing. It wasn't built on, oh man, I'm going to hate on Terrence Crawford. I'm going to find many different ways to say. If I hated on a fighter, I would never give him credit for nothing. Right? Just like, and I tell y'all, I watch a lot of YouTube. It's a lot of pro bud channels. They don't give Errol Spence nothing. They say Errol Spence suck. It's a lot of dudes that say Errol Spence suck. Right? There's a lot of dudes that tell you Danny Garcia suck. They'll tell you Keith Thurman suck. That Terrence Crawford can beat all of them. They'll tell you that Terrence Crawford can beat Jermell Charlo. They'll tell you Terrence Crawford can beat Jamal, Carlos Adames, Caleb Plant, Canelo, David Benavidez. I had a dude tell me that Terrence Crawford could beat David Benavidez, bro. I had a buddy tell me that. He said, man, Terrence Crawford could beat David Benavidez. David Benavidez is just big. He ain't got no skills. Huh? Did you see what David Benavidez did to Demetrius Andrade? Demetrius Andrade is very skilled, bro. He all right? That's all I'm saying at the end of the day. Like I say, Boss Channel was built on boxing. It was built on boxing. That's what I pride myself on, is my channel was built on the right set of principles. I ain't built my channel to sack chase no fighter, right? The reason why I talk about Terrence Crawford so much is because of the Bud Buddies. That's it. You can't even talk about anybody without them bringing up Terrence Crawford or them talking about Errol Spence. So a lot of my content is in response to a lot of these dudes who are saying obnoxious and ridiculous things in the sport of boxing. They saying all type of crazy stuff in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? You like, bro, like, what is you talking about, man? Y'all know how this boxing game go. Narratives spread like wildfire, bro. These boys can get out here and say anything, bro, and people gonna run with it. They can get out here and say, oh man, Gervonta Tank Davis a one-trick pony. And then boom, everybody saying it. Just kind of how like Terrence Crawford is saying now, oh, I already offered to fight Boots and he didn't take the fight. When did you offer the fight to Boots? You initially said that Boots wasn't on your radar. So now all of a sudden, oh yeah, I already tried to fight, buddy. He ain't want to fight. When did you do that? When did that happen? When you came out and said that he wasn't on your radar, right? Then you try to use, oh man, you know, Black Prime offered him to fight. You wasn't signed to Black Prime. And then I just watched the interview, and D-Time Boxing, shout out to him, he reported this. So I went and verified the information. Zab Judah even confirmed that, they didn't even have Terrence Crawford signed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hear none of that stuff, bro. Y'all sack chase fighters, bro. Y'all sack chase. I ain't never seen, bro, in any sport, bro, whether it's, I play football, I've ran track, right? Boxing is the only sport where you see dudes sack chase fighters, right? They don't even do that in the MMA. And this is why MMA is thriving, because people just genuinely love the sport of MMA. MMA fans just love MMA. They just want to see great fights. They don't sack chase no fighter. Boxing the only sport where you got dudes act like Terrence Crawford paying their rent. You like, bro, and let me tell you, the Bud Buddies are the worst fans out of all the fan bases. Out of the Canelo fans, the Devin Haney fans, the Bud Buddies are the worst ones because they retarded. And that's real talk. I gotta keep it 1,000, bro. I ain't never seen a fan base do this, bro. These niggas sack chase this nigga like he paying their rent. Like he giving them some money or something. Hey, bro, sack chase me, bro. I'll give you some money. Okay, how much you gonna give me? $2 million. $2 million? Oh, okay. I'll do whatever you want, Terrence Crawford. It's like Terrence Crawford, P. Diddy and y'all or something. Pause. Come on, man. Stop playing with me, bro. Like, we gotta keep it 1,000 on this boxing thing, man. Y'all boys wildin'. Y'all out here selling y'all soul for Terrence Crawford. Now, like I said, there are logical fans out there. I'm Dark Kent. But like I say, Boss Channel was built on boxing. That's it. I explained and articulated to y'all. My biggest channels, my biggest views on certain videos weren't even Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Now, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford channels, I had more interaction when I talked about, when it comes to fans, it was more interaction, more people commenting. But that's it. As far as views, I got more views on my Canelo video and my Gervonta Tank Davis video than any video I made of Errol or Terrence Crawford. I think my videos of Errol, Terrence Crawford, they ain't even got close to 10,000 views. When I talked about Canelo, 20,000 views. When I talked about Gervonta Tank Davis, I think it was 12,000. This was years ago. So all I'm saying at the end of the day, bro, stop playing with me, bro. I'm not selling my soul for nobody. You can sell your soul and sack chase a fighter. Boss ain't operating like that. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss gone.